What's up, guys? Happy third or last week of March. My birthday month is coming to an end. And of course, one of the things that I discovered in the month of March is that I get gray like my mother. And yeah, it's just going to keep on flowing. And little confession here, I really did complain about the gray. This woman going in my video is driving me nuts, but I didn't really like the gray. And neither did my mom, actually. But let me tell you, I've accepted that I'm going gray and it's happening in large patches. Because there are women out there who are my age or younger who have lost all of their hair, whether it be from alopecia. Yes, this video is happening twice. Sorry, guys. Whether it's happening from alopecia or whether it's happening as a result of a sickness or illness that has come upon them. And in those cases, they've lost their hair. But I don't know how I got on a hair tangent, but you'll see why I'm on the hair tangent because the last video I look really rough. But anyway, I wanted to hop on here because sometimes I get on social media and I see everybody having these different fitness recommendations. They are trying to keep up with their fitness watches. They're trying to keep up with different social media influencers or accounts that do talk about fitness and yeah, creating programs. And guess what, guys? Those programs may not always be for you. Now, in this particular video, I don't have a set program, but I have a set goal. I put my head down because you see all this gray coming in. It's crazy. But I wanted to put together a collaboration of videos that highlight the importance of having a set goal for fitness that might be ideal for you. And what I'm leaning for, because I had the stair climber on 15 and I was doing a fast walk in this thing, and it was getting your girl. Because one of my fitness goals is actually to improve my endurance, improve my resting heart rate, get to as close as possible into the 92% of my max heart rate, which is ideal in terms of fat burn and really losing some weight. Just trying to lean out and just trying to cut out. And so in this particular video, we are going to talk about goals a little bit and goals and how to reach those goals and be able to do maybe track your fitness goals, maybe get some metrics that are good for you so you can know exactly what those goals are. Now, one of the first things that I like to encourage everybody to do is right while you're sitting down, just thinking about it, just take your pulse. Take your pulse with your index and your middle finger, not your thumb, because you have a pulse in your thumb, and just find your pulse. Okay. That thing right there, that indicator lets you know how hard the heart is pumping. Now, at rest, it should be between 60 and 80. So right now, if you're just chilling, watching this YouTube video, just trying to figure out what I'm doing, you might be just chilling a little bit. Just find your pulse. Take your pulse into your wrist or take your pulse into your neck. Be very cautious to not put too much pressure on your neck. And just count how many times you feel that pulse in a minute, or count how many times you feel that pulse for 15 seconds and multiply that number by 4. That right there, my friends, is a good indicator of how hard your body is working right now. Maybe you just came out of an anxious situation. Maybe you just came from working out. Maybe you're currently working out and you're finding your pulse is higher than 80. Okay, these are markers that kind of really help us to determine where our fitness levels are. Now, ideally, when you improve your cardio, your resting heart rate does drop, which is ideal because we strengthen the muscles in our heart and they don't have to work as hard because we are working to build a stronger heart, stronger blood vessels, all that good stuff in the cardiovascular system. Now, one thing I like to do oftentimes is I like to check, of course, every year. Of course, you know, I got a year older because I just celebrated my birthday. I do measure my heart rate and I measure my max heart rate. Now, you could do it the way I learned it while getting my master's and my bachelor's degree, or you can take it the way that is easy for everybody. You can do 220 minus your age. Now, you could simply just do the math, just bust out your calculator and just go ahead and find that difference. And that, my friend, is your max heart rate. Now, to be able to determine where some of your benchmarks are, as far as maybe 92% of the amount of as far as working is concerned, you want to take the difference of your max heart rate and multiply it by 0.85. If something is moderate to hard, or 0.92 if it's hard. And that right there will really tell you a lot as far as your fitness levels are concerned. What is ideal heart rate that you would like to get into? And what is the ideal heart rate that allows some fat burn to go on? As well as, where the body is really working to be able to get the job done. Now I'm doing some RDLs. I love hip thrusts because I sit on my butt. So I got to weight those glutes up. But while I'm doing this, I want to stress the importance of measuring local muscular strength. And that could be done by just doing push-ups, crunches. See how many you could do in 1 minute without stopping. Okay. And that does include squats as well. Just being able to do those particular moves, as many as you can within a certain period of time. Now, I don't know why I put this video up here, but you know what? It's raw. It's real. You about to see my little fupa game up in this joint. But I'm okay with my fupa. Another thing that I want you to be mindful about is your basal metabolic rate. You're probably like wondering, what the heck, Patrice? Basal metabolic heart rate, what? So your basal metabolic rate, or your BMR as it's usually titled or written, is basically what your body needs, or how your body operates during just basic functions of the body. For example, breathing. That of course is a basic thing the body needs to do, and you do it without thinking, right? So one of the ways to be able to determine that one, this one's a little difficult. You do need to potentially go to a local exercise physiology lab, or some doctors might be able to do that, might be able to test that for you. Now, one of the ways that your body burns or utilizes energy is through macronutrients, your carbohydrates, your proteins, and your fats. Yes, you need those carbohydrates. I feel like carbohydrate or carb restricting diets, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, they're stupid. Okay. Now, what I do want you guys to really be mindful of about carbohydrates is taking in the right carbohydrates. No, bad carbohydrates are the Girl Scout cookies. Yes, maybe taking in healthy carbohydrates like certain starchy vegetables, that type of thing. Just be mindful of the carbs you're taking in. Another popular carb, oatmeal. Yeah, you gotta get that oatmeal in, girl. Get that oatmeal in. Totally necessary. But it's important for us to know the difference between different carbs, different proteins, and different fats that are ideal for our body. But it's ideal for our body because it helps to maintain basic functions in our bodies. So as much as we want to get into being able to do different activities as far as fitness is concerned, and be able to keep up with everybody and be able to do what this social media influencer says. Now, by all means, they are successful as me. I'm getting there. Holla at your girl. It's so important for you to get the right testing to be able to see where you are. And by you being able to get the right testing to see where you are, then at that point, allow the personal trainer or the health coach to help you set those goals. Okay. Go to a local exercise physiology lab. Like I said, there is a gym here in Kentucky that not only does the metrics through a bipod, but they also do a functional movement screen, which allows us as professionals to see the flexibility, where you're weak, where you're strong at. Because what we do is that we build a program prescribed just for you. That's the reason why fitness is such a one size fits most, because I say most because some things work well for a lot of people, but some things just don't work well for other people. And that is quite all right. As you can see, I'm doing a lot of walking. While I'm doing a lot of walking, y'all, I hate running. I do it sometimes, but running sucks. Running sucks. Now, I wanted to come on here and leave you with a little bit of a word of encouragement here. Now, it's so important for you to know that hurt people hurt people. So sometimes when people say things that are really rude or really mean, truth be told, they're hurting. They straight up are hurting. I don't care what it is. I don't care where you are. I don't care who it is. Sometimes people say hurtful things because they're hurting. And sometimes we receive things as being hurtful because we're hurting. Hurt people hurt people. It is a toxic, toxic cycle. And I highly recommend that we all work our way out of that. Because why? I've been in that situation too. For example, I've dated a guy and that situation wasn't really healthy for me. And I didn't realize it until many, 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 many years later, many years lost, of course. But in this process, I realized that healing is so important. And how I know I'm not healed yet? Oh, I still talk about it, girl. Oh, I still talk about it. Well, I've made a declaration to no longer talk about it and to give it over to God. Standing firm on the book of Proverbs, just to give it over to God and just let it go and just move forward in my healing. And this is when I did a 1 rep hip thrust max. Man, I was at 375. Trying to get back to up there, maybe 4. Man, my butt cheeks were sore for days. But anyway, I say all that to say that hurt people hurt people. Sometimes we just got to get out of the cycle of bitterness. And we would never know that we're bitter because we just think that we're just operating in something that's normal. I'm thinking that we're okay being like this. And my stepdad said it. He said, sometimes you just got to show yourself friendly. Oftentimes we don't want to because our guard is up. Sometimes we think that it's cool to be this way or cool to be this ignorant. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. It's not okay. God don't like it, and that's just what it is because God sees everything. God is everywhere. Even God knows your thoughts. Yeah, we got to get that under control. God knows our thoughts. Can you believe that? I believe it because let me tell you something. I had some thoughts about the guy that I dated, and I was like, you know what? I'm about to do this, this, that, and this. Forget him. But you know what I also said? I said, God, you got me. So I'm really focused on doing what I'm supposed to do and getting healthy. And that's the reason why, like, I'm just giving you guys an array of videos for you to enjoy about my different fitness rampages because I'm so focused on healing. I'm so focused on getting healthy. I'm so focused on God's will, God's plan for my life. I'm so focused on healing from losing loved ones in the last 7 to 8 months. I'm so focused on trying to finish up my dissertation, so focused on repairing my finances because let me tell you guys, burying somebody is expensive, especially when you got to bury two people at once. And I'm just so focused on getting those things together. And I highly, highly encourage you as I'm stretching here, trying to open up the hips because this is another thing that's so important. Did you stretch today? I hope you did. But let me tell you guys, it is so important to really heal and to really process everything that has gone on, has really hurt you. And maybe you had high expectations for certain things and it didn't work out that way. Let me tell you something. God cares about us so much, like so much. And sometimes we don't really see that because we're like, well, I don't see God. I don't see God. I don't know where he's at. And yeah, I'm just not, I'm just not feeling it. I'm just trying to do me and, I'm trying to keep my walls up and I'm not, yeah. So, but in the book of Matthew, it just says, come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Rest. Some of us ain't rested because some of us is still mad. Some of us are still mad. And some of us are mad at some of these fitness professionals that we get on here and it's just not healthy. Well, hopefully I am here. I don't want to say I'm the savior because I'm not. Jesus is the savior, the one and only. I wanted to get on here and maybe at least guide you in the right direction about trying to get to these fitness goals. There's nothing wrong with seeking a trainer out to help you get tested so you can go in the right direction, not only to help you meet your fitness goals, but to get to your healing, to get to your healing. What's up, guys? I am in beauty purgatory. My nails are, I have no nails, no lashes, brows not done, hair's not done. Sometimes in life, some things will just catch up with you. And that was one of the things that caught up with me, but I'm praying to be back on top next month. But I wanted to share that video. I don't have a said routine yet, and I don't want to give a routine because I want you guys to understand the importance of learning your metrics first, learning your baseline numbers first, knowing what your target heart rate or your max rate or your max heart rate is, and how to be able to do that, not by you doing it by hand, but by you utilizing the tools that are on the internet. And just being able to, maybe you do want to get a hold of a trainer that can be able to test your metrics or help you test your metrics. Maybe you do want to go to a location that can measure things like your metabolic rate, and be able to do a functional movement screen. Those things are important. Maybe you might want to get a health coach that could be able to help you assess your metrics and understand where your fitness goals are. So fitness is not a one size fits all, okay? It's a one size fits most, because you have to adjust those things to be able to accommodate what the needs are for different people, okay? For example, me personally, I'm not a fan of those individuals that say, oh yeah, if you want to get a snatch waist, you got to get your back going. For some, okay, yes, there's some truth to that. However, if you constantly work that muscle too much, there's going to be some tightness in one area and there's going to be some weakness in the area in another. So that's how muscles work. And that's the reason why getting with a trainer is good, because of a decent trainer. I'm not saying perfect trainer, because all of us are always learning, but a decent trainer should be able to understand the mechanics of synergistic muscles, okay? How one muscle works and the other one works as a supporter, one works as the antagonist, and so forth. Those things are very important. So granted, I don't knock the fact that people are saying, oh yeah, in order for you to get a snatch waist, tear your back up. There is truth to that. However, in order for you to balance it out, you got to do chest work as well, okay? So same thing with biceps. Yeah, you want nice biceps, but you need to do tricep work as well. For example, sometimes we set goals to be able to do pull-ups. Yes, part of the pull-up process are things like dead hangs, array of bicep curls of different varieties, but then you do need to work the supporting muscles such as your triceps, such as your rear delts, okay? Those things are important to be able to build the whole muscle, the total body, to be able to achieve that particular goal. Okay, there's nothing wrong with working with people to be able to get a desired result. Yes, there's not a thing wrong with YouTube. I highly encourage it. But however, there's nothing wrong with getting with a professional just to see where your metrics are. So I challenge you to be able to reach out to a location that has that has the tools to be able to measure your BMR, maybe to take your target heart rate, maybe to help you find your max heart rate. There's nothing wrong going to a physician. I personally have a doctor here in Kentucky that not only does a blood work physical, but does a physical, which I love so much, okay? Because she also understands that BMI is foolish, okay? And it's extremely biased. It's not built for it's not built for anybody outside of a 19 to 21 year old elite running white man, okay? So those are always good. Make sure your teeth are, I know my teeth look crazy. I just had an interesting couple of days. But anyway, I just wanted to hop on here. I hope this blesses you and I hope this helps you out. Definitely, if you like these videos, these videos being informative. I pray that all this looks a whole lot better next time I do a video. If you like these videos, share, like, and subscribe. I will talk to you soon. Peace.